right, Infinite Tarot 888. Real quick message. This fell out right here. And it says, you have to face your inner darkness. Yes, it says, I believe we need to balance you. So some of you guys, you're right at the verge of really loving, embracing your inner demons. That's your masculine and feminine coming together, you know. God's using both sides. So that's like the healthy way of really looking at it, because you could be dealing, you know, with rejection and abandonment, and you feel ashamed. There's something you feel that you did wrong. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Who cares? Some of you guys, you're gonna realize that other people's opinions don't matter. Why they left, that's none of your fault. That's none of your business. Or it sounds kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. It says love is always the final and the most complete cure to our inner demons. So some of you guys could be feeling, look, this caught my attention, the lack of purpose, and then the solar plexus. So you need to go on. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, this could be affecting your success. Because for some of you guys, you could have been on top of your game and you could have had a loss, because prior to this, I was getting this energy of some of you guys dealing with a loss. Maybe you were dealing with a loss in silence. A lot of you guys were, and people could have took advantage. For some of you guys, it was your inner circle. And for some of you guys, you're going to tell them, a la chingada. And it's English, like, fuck it. You know? So this, you loving who you are, who God created you to be, because it's about taming that inner lion. It says, and then I found another one. It says, any plunge into the unknown is reckless. I want you to remember this. You know, they tell you that's reckless. You're doing it. You know, doing something that you don't know if it's going to go good or bad. And some of you guys, you're in conflict. And it is your purpose. I'm here. You're meant to go, and then you're hearing everybody behind you. You're getting other people's opinions. No, this is because they don't have the balls. They don't have the ovaries to really step into the unknown. And it says, I know what it says. It says right here, any plunge into the unknown is reckless, but that's where the treasure lies. Take a picture of it. Use it as your mantra. It says, owning this life truth is freeing, okay? Like earning who God created you to be. When you really sit here and you're like, okay, so why am I here? For some of you guys, you know, within a family, you could be the firstborn and you beat these motherfuckers, your siblings. You were the first one swimming in chinga. You busted out into the egg, and you gotta own up to it. No, they could be a little jealous, like, because they had to, you know, hang out in the nutsack for a while. If you want to look at it that way, if your second or third was getting your position, it says, this is a good affirmation. I am not in charge of or responsible for the wrecks others have created in their lives. And I do not need to save everyone in my life. All right. Let me take a breath. Now, for some of you guys, before, there was a partial video that I was trying to do, and it got to me a little bit. Some of you guys, you could be dealing with trying to save either a spouse, a kid, like I said, or even a sibling, a family member. Some of you guys, you know, a parental figure. And it's almost like you have this guilt, like, oh, I could have done more. I could have done this, but no. You have to understand, all of us have a life purpose. There's some of us come here and, like you hear, babies die within a year or two, or some of them don't even make it. So there's a purpose behind all of this, and it's been holding you back. So once you realize, and I'm going to tell you, practice this. If you've dealt with any kind of betrayal, forgive, let go, and it'll be powerful. But forgive for yourself. I know it's going to be hard, because some of you guys, that's part of you facing this inner darkness. Like, man, and will they be pissed when you were like, hey, I already forgave you, and you're moving on? That's the moment that they're going to feel that energetic cord cut, because some of them are already feeling it if you've done it already. This is where you pull your energy back. Something like that for you guys. So if you, like, I was getting the aroma of smoke, and I was checking everywhere. Nothing's burning in here. I burn incense and everything. But I just, earlier today, I was asking, like, what is this? Now, for some of you guys, There could be something within you. Either you experienced it or somebody out there, you know somebody that went through it. And you look at them. For some of them, they're still having difficulties overcoming that pain of seeing, because I was 2 kids that got burned in the car. And some of you guys tried to help. You tried to help, and a lot of you guys experienced them burning inside until they died, and you were able to get or help maybe the mom or somebody in the vehicle, but they couldn't get out. The car caught up in flames, and they were stuck with the seatbelt. And maybe you held on to that. You could have forgot it, but there's something event that you guys are going through where you feel a little guilt and shame, like how come I couldn't help another person? It was time for them to depart, and that's holding you back a little bit. You wanted clarity, and I don't know, for some of you guys, the earlier video that I was doing, and they wanted me to mention it right now, and these were kids, and they're around you. For some of you guys, these are like little angels. If you witnessed it, they know you tried. They know the pain. And you're receiving their energy, their love. They want you to open up, maybe say the experience, and to some of you guys, you have a facade, you're holding it back. And this has been, if this was your kids or you've seen this within your family, could have happened in the summer. It could have happened even at a beach. Maybe they drowned or something, and you feel this is holding you back. And then you have temptation of doing something that it's not going to help nobody. Actually, you speaking up, you expressing how it made you feel, how you overcame it, because a lot of you guys have overcame it. Look, apology and forgiveness for a lot of you guys. This is a person coming back. They know they hurt you. And some of you guys with the guilt and shame, it's almost put yourself where you belong. You got to remember, guys, at one point or another, we were in their place. And we have to release, we have to purge. Some of you guys, you're the lesson for that person. And you might say, Infinite, but I went through a lot of shit, but you survive. If you're watching this, you have a special mission. You have a talent. But you're like, talent shit for suffering? No, for overcoming. That was part of your mission. And for some of you guys, look at the baby. That's the inner child. You're holding on to that hurt. Some of you guys, the innocence that you felt that somebody robbed you, that took, and the apology. And some of you guys think the apology, for the pain and the suffering and everything that I went through. You have this anger and pain, and you want to act out. But that person behind the scenes that hurt you, that put you in a situation that you didn't want to be, or you weren't even supposed to be. For some of you guys, you could be looking up and say, you could have been a parental figure. You're like, man, you're supposed to take care of me. I was little. And for a lot of you guys, it was swept under the rug. And you need to release it, those emotions. For some of you guys, it could have, they swept that on the rug. And then you're like, man, I'll never allow my kids to go through it. And then it happens. And it hurts you. For some of you guys, it's like, damn, I did everything. And then your other significant, your spouse or man or woman, allows things like that, and it's you're angry. It's like, where was the trust? But they're telling you in divine timing, this is something you're going to release. This is something people don't know, that shit, it got you out of control. It was sabotaging. If it had to do with kids, it's almost like they closed off. You like those kids that I tell you that I felt right here, that I was feeling, and they were, maybe you felt that protection, that trust, and then you have somebody closed off, and you're looking for your kids. You could have went crazy, and the whole time they were trying to teach you a lesson that you didn't deserve. They were out of pride. I don't know who's getting this. They wanted to control, to sabotage you, to cause this conflict, and they hid the kids. And maybe the kids were little, they didn't know. And they could feed things in. And for some of you guys, it could have been war. They could have kicked door, and the traumatized. Maybe you grew up in this environment, and you never wanted your kids to see this kind of stuff, and it happens. For some of you guys, yeah, you could have felt that they kidnapped them, and people don't realize. Now, the person that could have hurt you knows. This could have even been a twin flame, strong soulmate. Or maybe you thought, and look, watching and spying, For some of you guys, you gave up. When you surrendered to God, which was probably the hardest thing for you to do if you haven't yet, because a lot of you guys, you don't have clarity, and it's almost like, all right, I surrender, I let go. They're watching you like a hawk. And this could have been in the summertime. Look, timing card, activity goals. Here you are trying to plan everything out. Maybe you were protecting and the family and everything. You could be a masculine energy, or for a woman, you had to get into your masculine energy. Or for some of you guys, you were dealing with somebody with toxic masculine energy. They could have been getting, advice from somebody else. For some of you guys, if it was a third-party situation, you knew it was another toxic masculine behind. And I'm picking up whether it was a woman, because there could be another woman. You feel that, that influenced your ex, if this is the case. But either way, some of you guys, it took a lot out of your, it took a lot out of you. And some of you guys are recuperating, you're trusting. And if you're in that, if this message right now is resonating with you and you're like, I can't move forward, I can't move backwards, I'm stuck and I don't know which way to go, I feel deceived. They want you to close this cycle. And how's that going to look? It's by you just giving it to God. Those people that hurt you in the past, that caused you all these triggers, all you wanted was honesty. You were fine with going separate ways. And your spirit guides were trying to help you. This is where they started to try to assist you, and you feel it was a rejection, and it looked like a rejection. And they might have told everybody they rejected you, and nobody believes you, but that's okay. Your spirit guides are ready for you to open up. Your archangels, divine guidance. Look, it's part of the fate. You're going to look back and you're going to do this shadow work. And you're going to realize why the universe, God, separated you. Yes, it hurt. But remember, God is a very jealous God. And what he implanted in you, whoever's listening to this, you need to take that time to align. That isolation is for you to learn, not to just waste it. There's something right here about your energy. This self-care for you to teach how other people can, overcome this confusion, the illusions, to freedom. A lot of you guys are going to set people free. The leap of faith. All you got, for a lot of you guys, look, when I rolled these dice, it said 411. You want to know the 411, right? Because you have doubts. Keys on the ring with the sun and self-love. You can't help nobody else. You can't help the kids. You can't help your family if you don't heal. For a lot of you guys, you're the black sheep, and you're the one that's going to balance this card, but you're the one that was chosen to handle this situation. You didn't ask for it. At least you think you didn't. But if I was you, no, chingus. I would be kissing, fucking that karma, your masculine family coming together and understanding. Okay, shit, I'm the one that, out of all these cabrones, like your family, they couldn't handle it. No, they picked you. They're like, come on. This is you embracing your masculine and feminine energy, breaking a bunch of karmas. With this ace of fire, when you step into your power, because right now, this is how you look at the outside world. You could be like, fuck. And I'm not laughing at you because you're in separation. You want love. You could be codependent. And God wants you to be codependent to him, nobody else. You have stability. You're going to have it. But the truth is, behind this look with expression is, look, you're in the woods. God wants you to reach out, break down, cry, and watch. I don't know whose message this is. For some of you guys, you could have lost somebody. And nobody was there, and that's part of the plan. And you remember the last kiss, and some of you guys wish you would have gave somebody their last kiss because they're gone, but they're not gone. They're close to you. This ace of, you're reminiscing how cold you could have treated this particular person and caused this separation. And what do you have? For some of you guys, it's time to take accountability. If it's not you, it's the other person. Some of you guys took accountability, and when it was zero contact, you said, okay, ni modo, y vámonos. And it hurt, but you stayed 10 toes down. They hurt. So that was just a quick message for you guys. Look, again, this card came out. Separation. You're still being triggered, and you need to heal. They're saying once you can talk about your testimony, like practice, make that apology about you. You're guarded, okay. But Jupiter right now is telling you, if you know about this astrology, I'm hearing Jupiter is all about action. Get into your feminine energy, whether you're female or male. Get into this right here. Because look, parenting, attracting, and I mean parenting. It says get into your present, but parenting could be something significant. And I was hearing this earlier, guys. This is something about structure. If you're separating, do the best. Do not use your ego or your resentment to take away the ability for the other parent to be involved. Now, if the person is crazy and you know is dangerous, that's a different story. But if you know deep down inside that he was just an asshole or a bitch, whatever, don't take that. Because a lot of you guys, you take on the burdens and then you're bitching and complaining when you could go 50-50 and it's healthy for the kid because the kid's going to need it. And for men or women, when you go out and begin to date, don't just be an old horny fart. Like, do it with purpose. Don't bring around a person just and then with your kids around. You don't know what they could be capable of doing. Plus, it's not good. Some of you guys, you experienced that in the past. So you have to look at it. It's something about the inner child healing. So when you bring another person, like for example, for some of you guys could have problems with, you don't want the other parent to bring a person around. And now if the person is responsible, a good father figure, mother figure, and it's going to add to the child, don't be so fucking negative about that. You have to really research, because us growing up as kids, we went through a lot of stuff. There's some good, step parents out there that will be able to add to the kids' growth. It's two fathers is better than one. Sometimes when people say, come on, get two parents. Sometimes the father and the grandpa, that's two fathers, that are actually helping the kid develop, but actually helping them, not just neglecting them. So if it's three, the grandpa, the dad, and another stepfather, just make sure that it's a person that's going to add value, not only to your kids, but also to you. Your spirit guides are going to help you. It says, until death tears us apart. There's something with Saturn, somebody with the external party. There's somebody that's looking. And it could be karmic friends and everything, work, other people, obligation that affected you guys. It affected your inner child. Look, this flew out. And temptation affected what? You could have warned them. It could have triggered. And now you are his memories. You're on a mission. You took off. Some of you guys, you told them, they thought you were going to come back crawling. Y ni madres, no, you didn't. You said, if you wish, I'm going to fucking come back. This was behind the moon. Some of you guys, you use your intuition, and somebody's pissed off because they didn't use theirs. They could have been dealing with abundance in the beginning, but then you pull your energy back, and guess what? Here you are. It could be a water sign or have heavy moon or something. You just use your fucking intuition and you pull your abundance, and now somebody's in this energy. Lost, wounded. They want reunion, but how? Some of you guys, look, distant, time out, some. All right, guys, whoever needed that, hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment. I had to get it out. Some of you guys, you will be receiving some kisses, or you're feeling their kiss, and that could be a past loved one, is what I'm hearing. A sun sign, something in the summer. One night stand. A la madre. Some of you guys, one night stand. And then you never saw this pool. You went upstairs. He or she. Infinite Tarot 888. So don't feel like this, because for a lot of you guys, you feel like this person in spring, they could have disappeared, and you feel like somebody robbed you. No, if you haven't heard from them, a lot of you guys, this will be the message. No, you need to cheer up. This person is, and you might be smelling maybe their cologne, or you feel something weird, and but it was fate. This person really nurtured, and it was temptation, and maybe one night stand, it was good. Let's get out of here.